On a quiet hill in Elkins Park, Pennsylvania, stands a palace that feels out of place and time. Marble staircases curl toward fresco ceilings. Gold leaf glints through the dust. Once a home of unimaginable wealth and influence, it's now just an echo chamber of a century-old dream. This is Elkins Estate, a 42-acre monument to Philadelphia's most powerful industrial families. Built at the height of the Golden Age, it embodied the promise of progress, luxury, and success. But like so many American dynasties, the shine didn't last. What began as a celebration of success will later become a religious retreat, then fall into silence and decay. Today, its story reveals the fine line between greatness and ruin. William L. Elkins wasn't born rich. He started as a small-time grocer before partnering with Peter A.B. Widener, the man who would bankroll the Philadelphia Transit Company, U.S. Steel, and eventually the Titanic's doomed White Star Line. Together, they built fortunes that shaped modern Philadelphia. By the 1890s, Elkins had reached the peak of America's first great boom. Oil refining, transportation, real estate, everything he touched turned to gold. So when he commissioned architect Horace Trumbauer to design his country estate, he wasn't looking for subtlety. He wanted permanence, something that said, "We made it and will never fade." The result was the Elstow Manor, completed in 1898, a Beaux Arts palace rivaling a European chateau. Imported marble from Italy, carved wood panels from France, and ceilings painted like the Renaissance cathedrals. The estate wasn't just a home, it was a message. Across the property, another mansion rose, the Chantil House, built for his son George. The Elkins family lived like American royalty, entertaining wealthy and important people in its glittering halls. The Gilded Age was an era obsessed with image, and the Elkins name stood for an unshakable wealth. But behind the spectacle, cracks were forming. William Elkins died in 1903. His heirs maintained the property for decades, but the world around them changed fast. By the time the Great Depression hit, the opulence of the 1890s had turned from inspiration to an embarrassment. The era of steel barons was ending, and the age of austerity was beginning. In 1948, the Elkins heirs sold their estate to the Dominican Sisters of St. Catherine de Ricci. The marble halls that once hosted banquets now echoed with hymns and prayer. Bedrooms became dormitories. Drawing rooms became chapels. For decades, the estate operated as a spiritual retreat. Thousands visited seeking reflection instead of indulgence. Ironically, the mansion, built to glorify wealth, became a place devoted to humility, but maintaining a 60-room palace on religious donations was never sustainable. By the early 2000s, the sisters could no longer afford the upkeep. When they left, time began to reclaim its halls. Throughout this episode, I'll discuss the rise and fall of the Elkins estate. But for right now, let's go inside and explore. So gorgeous. That noise in the background are the workers, so I apologize, but it is what it is on this one, y'all. Look at the detail in that. Beautiful. So I guess fireplace After fireplace, after fireplace. This is amazing. Wow. Oh man. Look at that. Look at all the detail. Okay, that's marble. That is real marble. And look at these. Oh wow. That is real woodwork. That's not resin or plastic or anything. That's real. So look what I just found. A secret passage. That goes absolutely nowhere. I wonder what they use this room for. Look at that. You wouldn't even know it's there unless you pull on it and unlock it. That's amazing. And the workers are currently working, but I'm going to try to give you the best tour I possibly can. Look at this place. Oh my God. So beautiful inside. Holy moly. Of course, right here we got the grand staircase. So beautiful. Look at that. You'll never see that again. Gorgeous. This is kind of better than Linwood Hall. I think it's better than that. Look at this. Wow. This kind of stuff you're never going to see again in your life. There may be a few buildings out there that are still like this, but they're just tearing them down. And this is kind of the last of the last. Left without caretakers, Elstow Manor slid into decay. Plaster cracked, marble dulled, ceilings peeled, pipes froze, fortunes rotted. Nature crept through every window seam. For explorers, photographers, and urban historians, the Elkins estate became a whispered legend, a place frozen between faith and fortune, a ballroom filled with debris, yet still echoing with elegance. A library lined with rotting books and gilded woodwork, the scent of age mixed with oil paint and mildew. It was a rare glimpse into how quickly even the grandest creations can fade when no one's left to protect them. They're going to turn this into a hotel. I'm not going to go down there because every room is beat up and demolished already. Look how gorgeous that is. So beautiful. And look at this. They have their own elevator in here. And it goes all the way up. So let's go upstairs and see what we can find. Holy moly. That is so cool. In In recent years, developers and preservationists have fought over the estate's future. Some wanted to turn it into condos, others into a luxury wedding venue. In 2022, the property underwent partial renovation. A selective reconstruction meant to keep the main structures alive. Today, parts of Elkins estate once again host visitors. Not nuns or industrialists, but couples celebrating their own stories. Yet, just beyond the manicured lawns, the forgotten wings still whisper the truth. You can restore a building, but not always its lost soul. See stuff like this again. Wow. Gorgeous. The Elkins Mansion isn't just an architectural relic. It's a mirror, a reflection of an America that believed progress would last forever. It stands as a both warning and wonder that power, faith, and time all leave their mark and eventually fade. As explorers and documentarians, we step through these spaces not to glorify what's lost, but to remember that every empire ends in the same way, in silence, because what we leave to believe becomes part of the story. And if you want to be a part of this story, feel free to become a channel member. You'll get access to exclusive perks and get your name featured in the credits, where it belongs. Thanks for watching.